Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, an interesting fight has been made at super middleweight. WBC interim champion David Benavidez will face Demetrius Andrade, the former WBO 154-pound champion and former WBO 160-pound champion. Interesting fight, glad this fight's been signed. It's been spoken about for a while, and, I think it's a fight in which makes sense for both guys. Ultimately, the carrot here is Canelo Alvarez. He is the undisputed champion at 168, and a win here for either guy puts the winner in good stead to maybe get that fight. Now, I do favour David Benavidez in this fight. He is naturally the bigger man. He's 6'2", with about a 74-inch reach, something like that. Andrade is about 6 foot with a 73-inch reach. Not only is Benavidez taller and longer, but he just carries more weight. He's been at 168 much longer, just a bigger guy all round, and he really incorporates that into his style. Benavidez likes to apply that pressure, likes to throw punches in bunches. He's physically strong, and I'm not convinced Andrade has it in him, number one, to seriously hurt David Benavidez, which I think he would need to do to win this fight. I think he really needs to get Benavidez's attention. We know Andrade has some unique attributes to his style. He's very languid, he's loose, he's awkward, he's got a good jab when he uses it, he's pretty quick, and, he's got tools in which can give Benavidez trouble, but I don't think Andrade can do that for 12 rounds against Benavidez. We saw Caleb Plant, a guy who is a better boxer technically than Benavidez. He had success early against Benavidez, but he could never really deter him, and that's what I worry about for Andrade in this fight. I can easily see it being a fight where, much like Caleb Plant, Andrade starts well, he's quick, he's agile, he's awkward, maybe makes Benavidez look a little clumsy for a few rounds, probably will be up after 4 or 5 rounds, but Benavidez is a guy in which isn't easily discouraged. And we saw that in the Caleb Plant fight. Despite him losing the early rounds and being down, he never stopped coming forwards, he never stopped throwing punches, and eventually he drew Caleb Plant into a fight. And we've seen the patterns in Andrade fights, so many fights in fact, where Andrade will start a fight and he looks like $1 million. He's quick, he's dynamic, he's agile, he's landing hard shots, he's landing powerful shots, and he's hurting his opponents. We saw that against Liam Williams, for example. Started that fight really well, really lit Liam Williams up like a Christmas tree. And after about 3 rounds, you thought to yourself, yeah, this fight's a matter of time before Andrade stops Liam Williams. But that never happened, and, as that fight played out, Liam Williams got more and more success. He got himself back into it a little bit, and gave Andrade trouble. It was like Andrade gassed out after 3 or 4 rounds. And we've seen that pattern with so many Andrade fights, to where he starts really quickly and he looks awkward, he looks agile, he looks, dynamic like I said, but he can't really sustain that for 12 rounds. Now he's been getting away with that against lesser guys like Liam Williams, like Selecki, for example. He's been getting away with it, but Andrade in those fights had the size advantage, had the strength advantage, etc. He doesn't have that in this fight with Benavidez. I don't think Andrade, after those initial rounds where he may have success, I don't think Andrade then can neutralize Benavidez. I don't think he can hold and grab Benavidez with much success. I believe Benavidez can fight that off. I believe he's the stronger man. He can shorten those punches up close. He can actually fight in the clinch a little bit. I think Benavidez has the tools to neutralize Andrade's negative tactics. Not only that, I believe Benavidez in this fight is the A-side fighter. Potentially he and Canelo down the line is a big money fight. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're going to see Andrade get away with as much as he previously has got away with in certain fights. I'm talking about things like ducking below the waist, excessive holding, etc. I don't think he's going to be able to get away with as much of that in this fight, which once again makes me favour Benavidez even more. But even with Andrade's negative tactics, which very frequently break the rules, I just think Benavidez is that much bigger. He's that much stronger. He's younger. He's fresher. He hits hard enough. He throws a lot of punches. I think you'll start to see Benavidez grind down Andrade as this fight plays out. Andrade more than likely starts well when he's fleet of foot, when he's got stuff in the tank. But I think after 4 rounds or so, you'll see him start to fade. And either get stopped late by Benavidez, or Benavidez wins on points like he did against Caleb Plant. For me, Andrade, if he is to win this fight, has to be able to hurt Benavidez. I don't think he's got the ability to outbox Benavidez for 12 rounds. I know people like to make out that Andrade is this master boxer. He's really not. Andrade is athletically gifted, no doubt. He's awkward, no doubt, but he does a lot wrong. He's not a classical boxer by any means. At times, his balance is horrible. Again, I question whether he can sustain a 12-round fight. Again, we've seen enough of Andrade fights to really come to that conclusion now, right? Against guys who are not world-class, against guys who are not as big as Benavidez, not as strong as Benavidez, I think he'll struggle in the second half of this fight. I really do. And yeah, I think that's when you'll see Benavidez start to take over. But listen, Andrade has unique attributes that can trouble Benavidez, no doubt. For me, I just worry about his gas tank in this fight and his ability to fight a guy like this over 12 rounds. So I make Benavidez a favourite. Nearer the time, I may make a prediction video. But yeah, interesting fight. Hopefully the undercard is good. This is on pay-per-view, by the way, in America. Not sure whether it's pay-per-view worthy. I don't think Andrade should ever be on pay-per-view, to be honest. But it is what it is. It's a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Del Boy. Peace.